Good morning, juniors. It's Thursday, February the 3rd, and it is your first day of the ice apocalypse. Um, I don't know if do any of you remember the last ice storm we had? You probably don't. We had like days and days without power, and the whole town was shut down for a week. It was crazy. So I hope that this doesn't end up quite like that. I remember driving through Kentucky, you could still see like the stripped out trees. There was so much ice, it just destroyed these trees and everything. Um, so let's take a look at what you have going on here. This is kind of an asynchronous learning day or experience for you. And what that means then is that you are not expected to be on at any one certain time. It's not like you have to be on from here to here or whatever. But you do have assignments that you are expected to be working on and continuing to go forward. The nice thing is that we already had everything put together. And the nice thing is that we already had the ability to do the things that we're doing. So we can kind of just keep moving forward with what we're doing. So we just kind of compacted our time and then we just keep moving forward. Okay. So looking at classroom, last week, on Thursday last week, you wrote the problem statement of your persuasive paper. On Tuesday, then we wrote the solution part. You should have gotten into the solution part of the paper. Originally, on Thursday, the 3rd, today, you would have done the counter argument. We moved that up to Wednesday. We moved that up to yesterday, just so that we could be in person, kind of talking about how to do these things, kind of giving you a heads up of how to do it. When you go into these assignments, and I'll just use Thursdays as an example, when you go into this assignment, you're going to see the TPAC guides to help you through the TPAC model, okay, to help you get through those. There's also a video, the original video of how to do what we're doing for that day. So you have this video that kind of tells you what you're supposed to be doing for the Ice Apocalypse Day, and then the original video that helps you get the actual assignment done. The one for the solution was the same as the problem, okay? So instead of the problem, we were just looking at the solution. One of the keys to it was the fact that you didn't have to talk about the problem in the solution because that's in another paragraph. When you put them side by side, they go together. The counter argument has one little slight difference to it. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that up and show that to you. It is in the video for this day, but I do want to re-emphasize this. And we did talk about this in class on Wednesday. I wanted to make sure that we had that opportunity together live and in person. This last line here, why is this not the best stance? So the counter argument is where somebody has a different view of the problem or the solution. They're valid points. They're nothing wrong. It's not like they're just crazy and wacko and totally wrong. They're valid points, but it's not the best point. It's not the way you see it. It's not the best way to approach it. So in this response, the analysis piece, that's where you explain that. Why is it not the best answer? Why is it not the best approach for this? Why is this not the real root of the problem? For instance, the example I've been using was school start times and how they're really rigid. They don't really allow for to meet the needs of all parents and all families. My solution was to offer flexible schedules. Well, let's say somebody else, my counter argument said, you could just start school earlier and that would solve the problem. My argument about that, my analysis of that is, yes, it would help some people, but a flexible schedule offers more opportunities to more families. It gives more chances to help more people. And that's why it's a better choice. The early start time just helps a small percentage, right? And it's not that I have to show that they're wrong or bad, but why is this not the best solution? Why is my solution the best? When I think about the problem, why do I say this is the best way to look at the problem, right? That's what the analysis piece is. So before, when you did the analysis, it was always like, why does this prove my point? This is kind of the reverse. Why is this not proving my point? Why does this not answer my question? Why does this not solve the problem? You'll also notice too, so if, again, you've done these constructive responses, so that's nothing different or unusual for you. We've done those before, and that shouldn't be much of a challenge for you other than just taking the time to do it. You will also see on Friday the 4th, There is an actively learn article for you to be doing. It technically isn't due until Sunday. It was meant to be kind of there so that you could be working on it after you got done with your persuasive paper. This is a short article. Doctors say schools should start later, but schools probably won't listen. And it's a really short article. There's like 3 questions. One of them's a poll. The question down here, and this is a constructor response, is there something that you would support or suggest some other way to solve this, or do you feel that this really isn't a big deal? So in other words, you're like, here's a better option, or it's not a big deal. Let's just grin and bear it and get it over with and whatever. Right? So it asks you to kind of analyze the argument and present that counter argument to it. Okay. Again, this technically isn't due until Sunday, but it is there for you to be working on. And I do believe that some of you will get to that point, hopefully today, definitely tomorrow. So again, we do want to make sure that you have all the pieces of the persuasive paper done. That's the problem, the solution, the counter argument. We've been working on those now for what will be now 2 weeks. Next week, we want to take all those pieces together and start making like the actual paper out of it. And I want to try to get us out of the persuasive paper next week. So it's really important that you do your part, that you get your work done, that you're staying focused and you're moving forward. I will be online from 10 to noon today. I'll open up a Google Meet and I'll share out the invitation. If anybody needs to ask a question, jump on or whatever. I will be available for that if you do need some help. I'll also be checking my email throughout the day. And if we need to arrange something else, we can probably do that. I do have my kids at home as well. So I will be kind of bouncing around between all those competing interests, if you will, right? You guys and my kids and whatever else is going on. So anyway, I hope you're having a great day off school. I hope you take some time to refresh and recharge. And I'll see you again, hopefully on Monday.